Hey everybody, welcome to the new Sunday Live. And I say new because as you can see, we're 2 hours earlier. And there's gonna be I'm gonna tell you reasons why we're 2 hours earlier. And I will be doing a giveaway that I promised the last time. And I will do some other things. But before I get into it, and this will be leading well, I was gonna lead into this, but I'm gonna do it now and lead into the topic with this. I don't know who else is going to be out here. I don't know if Lonnie's here or any of the other guys from Six Pack. I want to apologize to Dwayne. I want to apologize. Jeez. Already I'm getting emotional. That's not good. But everybody, I know everybody did the Six Pack to try to help me get the viewers. And the way I was seeing it, and certain things that were going on that show before, I felt like I wasn't necessarily going to be able to have the consistency, or even though I should have trusted you, Dwayne, it's just you just don't know how I am, my standards, and how hard I work to get good information out to everybody.
Absolutely.
So when certain things have happened, I kind of took it the wrong way. I know it wasn't against me, but it felt like I don't know how to word it. It's just the way it felt. So like I said, I wanted to apologize to you on the air for, especially on the day I was supposed to come back. Last minute I said no show because of the way I felt it was going. So I wanted to, and that's the reason why I'm starting this show an hour earlier than the Six Pack. Because that way you guys can have the hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours, whatever you guys want. You don't have to worry about doing the hard stop. Let me worry about it. Or if I'm still going, I was gonna say, or if I'm still going, and for whatever reason you guys start, you can leave. I'll keep doing the show, depending on if I have a guest on that we're really getting into the topic. I'm not gonna be worried about it as much as they were about stopping. I know everybody was friends and stuff like that, so I'm trying to work it out so we're not all feeling like stepping on each other's toes or anything like that. So.
Right. Well, and I wanted to say, just like I told you before the show, that apology. I thought, I know you were going through a lot of stress and things got, I know how it gets that way, especially when things don't seem to be going your way and you're already in a bad mood and it just keeps going worse and worse and worse. So you didn't need to apologize to me, but, I appreciate it. And I'm sure the other guys, if they're watching, I don't even know if they are. They might be.
Well, I know we got 16 viewers, so I know it's gonna be hard to rebuild the viewership up like we had at that time, because I'm doing it earlier, so a lot of people are still gonna be outsourcing or spending time with their family or even eating. So.
Sure. Well, and once they get used to the time slot again, I think everybody will, migrate back. So, very good. So, he's back.
I keep doing
He's back, guys.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm cutting off my co-host. How is good
that? So, how are things going? What have you been up to there, Chris?
Well, for the updates, and then we'll go into the. Well, I'll do about the stress first, Dwayne, because that's like I said, the apologies for that. I was having things going on, or worrying about rent going up, the cats, life in general. But I like I said, I needed that break when I did my epic rant type of thing. And I did take that time off, except for the couple of updates that we did and the auction shows. And even still, it wasn't there. And I actually thought about not doing the shows anymore. If I should just focus on doing my selling and getting better in my own way, or still do what I do and help everybody else. And as you can see, I'm back.
Well, and we're happy you're back. Uh-oh, I think you froze.
Oh, I think I cut in and out again. So I don't know where I was when I was saying may not be an every week show. It might be an every other week, like we were going to do originally when we were coming back. depending on what topics we have and everything else. I'm not going to stress about having to have a show each week.
Well, and that's probably better. I mean, that because I don't think people realize the amount of work that goes into these shows. I mean, it's not just come on 5 minutes before and set everything up and go. It really doesn't work that way. It's usually your week thinking about it all week. You're trying to get things planned out. You're trying to get everything lined up. You're making sure that your internet's working and that you have all the props you need and all the people you want to talk to. I mean, there's a lot to it. So for sure, it's a lot of work. So.
And Spencer said he said he could sense something was off the last couple of bids, and that's the catch. Even Chad, a couple weeks ago, sent me a message saying, "What the heck is?" And he didn't use heck. Chad. What the hell is wrong with you? You've been in a pissy mood. What is it? And I couldn't tell him. It's like I don't know. I was just something was there. I was taking everything wrong, or I was taking it right, and I was just not sure how to react. So,
sure. Well, like I said, the thing about this is we all are human, and whether we want to have emotions and whether we want to think about stress in a certain way, sometimes we don't really have that option. Our brain just says, "This is what you're thinking about." I know it's not logical, but damn it, this is what we're thinking about. So. Crazy.
So honestly, oh, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
Well, you
go.
Well, I was just gonna say. So even with all that stuff that was going on, I haven't been listing.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a sale this month. Everybody complaining about no sales or lack of sales. I had one sale this whole month, and it was Friday. So. Or no, it was Thursday. So that tells you how important I was of worrying about listing for a whole month because of the way my mood was. I was like, okay, do I want to give up? Do I want to just give everything up? What do I want to do? So
what I was going to ask you is, what do you do, since we're talking about stress, what do you do to deal with stress? I mean, what do you do to relax?
Well, I started doing the poker thing again. As you know, I didn't watch your auction show last night with John because I was I had a $20 buy-in tournament, even though I didn't necessarily have the money for it, but half the money was going towards the family of a friend that was a dealer at the game that I always played at that passed away 2 weeks ago on a Sunday of a heart attack while working on his car.
Damn.
And he was only 50 years old. So
yeah, I mean, so you decided to play cards. That's your way of other things.
One way. I'm not even. I'm not cutting out playing cards because now I'm getting a little stressed there because of the way they run things again. So it's like there's a catch-22. I love cards, but if I gotta play in a certain setup, or else it's like I like it to be fair to everybody. I mean, cash games are fair because you bring what you bring. But I mean, don't tell me you're running a tournament, then give people special treatment, extra chance for buying food, buying drinks. That becomes an add-on tournament. It's not a regular tournament.
Right. Yeah. So, I know for me, deal with stress very well, which Heather probably can attest to. I have some good ways that I deal with stress and some bad ways. One of the things that I really do enjoy is nature. I like to get out in nature, and even if it's just sit in an open, meadow or something, just to relax, because to me, nature is very calming. And when I get stressed, I just get so much going on in my head that's what I need. I just need somewhere to just anything. My brother-in-law is a Buddhist, and we used to do some. We were talking about this earlier. We used to do some relaxation and some meditation classes, and I haven't been practicing my meditation at all for a long time, but When I wrapped up too much, sometimes I will just go and sit in nature and count my breaths, just completely about everything, clear my mind as best I can and just relax. And I've always been that way. I mean, me and my dad into a big argument when I was 18 and I moved out. The first place I went to the mountains. I lived in the mountains of Utah for 4 months in a tent when I was 18 because me and my dad weren't getting along. But that's what I needed. I needed to get away and just relax in nature. So that's the good way I deal with things. The bad way is getting and carrying on and getting upset with my wife getting upset with me, and that kind of stuff where it's like you're a full bottle and you just let off a little steam once in a while, and it doesn't make sense. It's just like, and then you're like, oh, I'm sorry, that didn't mean to do that. So.
Kind of like what happened with me and you after my little situation that last week that we were supposed to come back, and you literally, everybody, I'm gonna be honest, he said I quit. That's part of the reason why I said for future I didn't know if I was going to have shows. I wanted to talk to the way I wanted to work it out with him. I wanted to make sure he was willing and wanting to come back before I decided what I was going to do.
Sure. Well, and I did. It got to the point where there was just so much drama going on, and I'm just like, you know what? For a while, like you said, I blew my top and I'm like, I quit. And then, I thought about it, and I didn't want to leave you in a lurch. Because I knew your feelings on it, and then you had told me before that look for another co-host, and I'm not feeling obligated to be here. I chose, to come back on my old free will, because it is important to me. So,
and then I did tell you that if there's a time you can't make it for whatever reason, like. There's been times you've said, I'll get in as soon as I can. It's like you're running to get in. I said, this from now on, if you can't make it, you can't make it. I'm not going to sit there and hold you to it because it's not fair to you. It's my show. It's not, or it's my channel. It's not your show, your channel, where you have to be here. So that's another thing about the lessening the stress on both of us. Whatever happens, happens from now on. I'm not going to sit there and be so concerned about what's going on.
Well, and we just have to realize that we're all have other things going on too, and it's a web that we weave here, that we all end up being good friends and getting tied up in each other's shows and everything, and then we realize, whoa, wait a minute, I'm feeling obligated now. This isn't good. So
yeah, that's what I thought I was starting to put. That's where I think I was getting upset. Was because I felt we had a good thing going, and yeah, I wanted you to have your fun on Sunday. That's why I want them to have it after me. I figure that way everybody can blow off their steam on right before Monday, and then
sure.
Whatever has to be done. Spend 2 hours talking about whatever, spend an hour and a half, whatever it is, and you don't have to worry about stopping on your own.
Right. No, it made much more sense to do it this way. The only thing that you're missing out on is the fact that the overflow from the other show, bringing people in, and you had done concerns about, well, I don't want people coming in, not that you guys aren't quality, but I mean,
different mindset.
I want them coming in for good reason, and that made sense. So
yeah, I was talking about like the mindset, because even though you guys were talking about topics, you're also doing the relaxed thing of drinking. So it's like the viewers may drink more than you guys do. So the wrong person comes in, says the wrong thing when they're not necessarily at their best. Like we were talking about, a certain person did on one of your shows after the fact about how they were trying to get, they basically got themselves kicked off of being a buyer on your show simply by the way they acted. And I don't want to have that happen here. I want people to learn and not have the drama and everything else. And I admit I was part of most of that drama. I was reacting to things that necessarily weren't happening.
Well, and I'm actually, it really says a lot about you that not only are you publicly apologizing, which that takes a lot of guts, but just the fact that you're apologizing at all and realizing that the drama as well, that really does say a lot about you, that you're a real stand-up guy.
We
So
have a question here from before we get into the updates because I don't want to eat up. I don't know where the other guys are. So, um, Florida's hidden treasures. Margot wanted to know, what do you do when your relaxing time turns into a long slump? Basically, my breakaway from here was a long slump. Like I said, I didn't really list anything for the whole month of July, and I only sold one item. What I did was I stayed away from, except for the occasional Ronnie and Chad show or the reseller. I watched the reseller six pack and stuff like that. I mean, I didn't, I didn't announce that I was there like most people do when they show up. Hey, and let's talk. I just watched to see what was going on, what the topic was. If it didn't, either I fell asleep or if it relaxed me too much, I left. I'm getting to the point where I'm not gonna necessarily be there all the time like I have. Because I felt that's kind of thing I do. I had a friend. I like to be there and support from the beginning to the end of a show, or at least I used to. So,
mhm. And I think for me, a long slump, really try and keep things in perspective and realize that I'm in a slump, and I need to fix my head, however you want to do it.
wow.
Holy cow!
Thank you, Mike. I did not expect any of that. Anything like that. I don't expect it at all whenever I do this show.
Great.
So I do appreciate that. Super chat.
So what I was saying is, for me, a long slump, I don't let it get me down. I'll stop and realize, okay, I need to clear my mind, but I don't lose focus on what's ahead of me. If the things that are making the problems I need to fix, there doesn't fix the problem. It just, they stay there. You just got to get yourself in a better mindset so that you can tackle them. And that's what I just keep that in my mind. So go ahead, Chris.
Mike said he missed my face on what he did for that $20 donation. Basically, all I did, Mike, was go, wow.
That was pretty. I mean, that's pretty amazing. So awesome.
Well, while we get into the since we're at the 20-minute mark, we'll start getting into the updates because, like I said, there's gonna be updates for the show. Like I kind of hinted already. And before we get into the update of the $5 challenge, here is one of my new updates. I have a brand new phone. So the wife and I just this weekend got these phones. We did the transfer from Boost.
Here, let me type in your phone number in the chat so everybody knows. Just kidding.
So I'm more. I don't have to worry about passing the phone back and forth with the wife. She has got her own new phone with the old number. I have my own phone with the new phone number. And the new update for eBay does not have the ka-ching on it. I wish it did.
I think I'd change the phone back in. I couldn't do it without a cha-ching. That's what makes my day. If I ever get a sale, it's like, oh yes, I made a sale. So So yeah, that's an awesome upgrade to your business as well as your life, that you can both at the same time now instead of having, like you said, to pass the phone back and forth or whatever.
Yeah, so lately when I've been going out to get the mail, I do the post office runs if I had any. Even though I wouldn't take the phone with me. I'd leave it with her. So she would worry until I got home that something happened. Whereas when I go out to play poker, I take the phone with me. So it's like she'd yell at me for taking it one time, but not the other. I'm like, well, I don't use it. I barely ever use the phone anyway. She was on it more than I was. I'm always on my laptop. We're over on this thing.
Right. They want to know how much your bill is a month now.
Well, with counting insurance and the ad of a line, it's $94. And come August, by August 6th, we're getting rid of the home phone line altogether. So all we hopefully we only have is internet. So, and between the two, already with Comcast, we were paying $130 something for phone for Google the voice, Xfinity voice, or whatever it is for the phone, and internet. So it's basically going to save us another $40.
Nice. That's awesome. I mean, anytime you can upgrade and reduce the bill, you can't lose. Hey, Angie's here. Hey, Angie, how are you? You're a little late, but you know, let you go.
I can't be upset you for being late on my very first night. I shouldn't even say night, for my first midday show.
Afternoon.
That's why I didn't know how to name it. I used to call it Sunday Night Live because by the time we started, it was night on the East Coast, whereas now it's just starting there.
No, it's you can call it whatever you want. So, hey, Chad showed up.
Yep, and he must have heard his ears were name was being mentioned earlier, or somebody, or he just realized I was on.
Howdy. So,
any other updates or for you, Dwayne? You said you have some. Didn't you say you had some other updates besides the $5 update?
Our $5 challenge, which it's been so long, I don't even know if you guys remember we're doing it. So, what we did. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll try not to cut you off again.
That's fine. So, all right. So May 7th, we decided to do a $5 challenge. Both me, Chris, and his wife Roxy all had $5 items. Chris actually had 2 items that totaled $4.50. Roxy had one that was $4.99, and I had one that was $4.99. And the idea is that we would take that item, sell it, write off all the fees and everything, take that money and reinvest it and keep going, right? So I'll say this right now. I'm going to tease Chris and Roxy. You guys haven't sold anything, damn it. Get to work. Mine is actually working pretty good right now. So I the last time I updated, I had sold a mug for $14 or something. And I'd purchased a bunch of other stuff with that money. So I actually sales since then. And I told Chris, I think once you get that first sale, then it starts to, you get more sales, more items that you get more sales, and it starts to snowball. And so right now I have sold, since the last update, I sold, let's see, purchase a Roper shirt for $37, 3 Charles Terwitt shirts for $45, and 4 total Charles DeWitt shirts. So for a total of $62. So right now I have banked in my little thing is about $55 and a couple of items that are still out there with the challenge. So things are going well. And like I said, once you make a sale, that's when it starts to roll, because then you can get different items and it starts to keep moving. So, and last sale was today, actually.
And the way to raise her arms when you did that, and because she did put up on my store, on my account, her item. I have it on sale now, but she wrote. I don't want to say she was pulling a Chad, but she was already starting to try changing the price on her item in my store within 5 hours. So I was like, wait, you gotta let it sit for a while, especially when you're already getting watchers.
Right. So, I did.
I was like, wait, that's her store. That's supposed to be her item. But since it was on my store, I felt like, wait a minute, why is she messing with my store?
Right.
So
it started on May 7th that I've had a total of 7 sales. I'm not really, the things that I have going are not real based items. But yeah, I've got $55 that I have left to spend. The challenge moving, and I just haven't actually I haven't been out sourcing for a little while. So
yeah, I have a source theater, and I got news for you. Remember that store the first time you came to visit back in December? We went to the I called it New Hope, but it was the New Horizons thrift store.
Yeah.
They are building one right across from Rent Center.
Oh, nice.
And she has the picture of it in Dropbox. She's going to send it to you, and that's the same day we got the new phones. So I didn't know if she was.
Now the Renaissance is like right next to you, right?
Try right in front of me.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I was thinking, isn't it like an insurance place right there too? That's what I was thinking.
That Jackson Hewitt.
That's it. Yeah, Jackson Hewitt. So
right.
So awesome, man.
Across the street was two restaurants, which was the same owner. Was that Mama's Pizzeria and something else, Rosario's. Well, they really put down 3/4 of that building to build up what they're doing for the thrift store.
Oh, man, that's tough. I mean, all you have to do is put a gate out your backyard, and you could go right into their parking lot. And then you wouldn't have to walk all the way around. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, the wife already said no more. I already told you this. The wife said no more stuff's coming in because of us wanting to move. That's the part of the other updates is because the fact that we've been really looking into different places to move because this heat really has hit us to the point where the wife had really hard to do anything. Even I didn't want to move around. Which that could also have been part of why I had the attitude when I was watching stuff.
Sure.
And since he kind of came in, I want to do the apology again, not necessarily to you, Dwayne, but to Lonnie and the other guys on the 6-pack for the way I had been acting, especially the last time I was going to do a comeback show. And that it was on me, it wasn't on you guys. I just took certain things the wrong way, and I had to take more of another break and just rethink and get back with Dwayne and work things out. And that's why we're doing the show before you guys do the 6-pack, so that way you guys have the time that you guys want to do whatever for however long, and you don't have to worry about having to do any cutoffs, and I don't have to worry about starting a half hour later or earlier. I'm right before you guys. So I do appreciate that you guys were trying to help get the overflow into my viewership, but it didn't. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, and you did see that Lonnie and Chad both said it's all good. That and I knew that's how it would be. There's definitely no hard feelings.
Like you said, I didn't have to say all that. It's just the way I am. Especially when the next show, big show type of thing, since my blow up originally. So.
Yeah, see, just like Mike said, conflict sucks. It does. It takes all the fun out of life. Whatever you're doing, if there's conflict or drama, it's like I just don't want to have to do this anymore. So. No, I have not, Chad. I have not. I'm saving it all for you, buddy. So
anyway, that's here watching after. Go over to, I think it's on Lonnie's channel tonight. For the
no, John's. It's actually on John's channel. It was on Lonnie's last week.
Okay, John's channel to go. So that's Cincinnati Pickers channel to watch the Reseller 6-pack tonight.
Yeah, we're drinking boxed wine because John's wife drinks boxed wine, and she said that we all had to. So now we all have boxed wine. Well, not maybe all, but some. So very good.
Everybody's talking about time change. No, it's not fall time yet, but the time change, Mike, is because I used to be doing my show after theirs, or actually I used to start at 7 my time. But now I'm starting 2 hours earlier, so.
Very good. No, we don't. I don't even know what it is. He's talking about, excuse me.
I think it's him and Lonnie are going back and forth about something.
Oh, okay.
So
I gotcha.
and with that, you already did your update. My update is I'm thinking about just scratching those 2 items and going and find. Even though the wife will yell at me for it, I'll go spend another $5 and find something else to start with.
Go ahead, man. I mean, we don't want to just have it sit and be dead. I mean, go find something different. It's I mean, it is about you know, a little bit of friendly competition, but it also, I mean, ultimately we want it to work out. So
And this also will show everybody that doesn't already do this, that new, that not everything can sell right away like you were hoping to get the money to get more stuff. Because I've literally sat waiting for these 2 things to sell before I would go out to spend any more money. Not that I didn't go out, we didn't go out and get stuff otherwise, but I mean, there was just, I wanted to really have it kick off, so I was having an update every week. But it didn't work out that way. So.
very good. Well, you're up to 41 people, so I see. I told you it would only take a little bit, and people would start rolling back in. they're just not used to the new time either. So, a question.
And
Brian the Oakbrook Picker wants to know how your poker business is going. Are you doing well? I mean, are you winning a little more money or just playing?
No, I didn't do so. We haven't been doing so well. Just for another thing about the stress that we were talking about, I'm thinking about taking a break from playing poker now. So like when I get stressed out at one, I go back to the other one. Like now, if you notice, I'm back here talking about reselling. But because like I said earlier, I had to do, well, I didn't have to, but I went to a poker tournament for a friend that was a dealer of the game that I played at that passed away 2 weeks ago. And it was a $20 buy-in. Half the money went to the family, half went to the poker players for the prize money. So I only lasted about 2 hours at it, but I tried my best. That's all I can do. That's part of what other thing that's going to be going on with the changes is where the wife's looking for. She wants me to she's trying to find a place where I can go play poker more often than a free game. Like maybe go to where they might have a World Series of Poker tournament to actually win to get into and build up and see if I'm really as good as I think I am, or if I'm just one of those other donkeys that plays and donates all their money.
Yeah, it's always, you have to play with the big boys to see how bad you really are or how good you really are. So.
And I do not play blackjack. That's a different thing.
And if he could count to 21, he'd be a great, you know, he'd be doing well. But since he can't count to 21, he has to play. Oh,
I can count fine. It's just I don't. Except for because on blackjack, you don't really have control of what can happen. Whereas in poker, like we've talked about before, you can bluff somebody. You can.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot to it.
So.
A poker face, a lady.
It's gonna be hard to see.
Very funny.
I've had people say they couldn't tell what I had. Some people say I have tells, so I don't know. But
I think you did pretty good. So,
well, actually, we still got a half hour left. Boy, I'm flying through this tonight.
Let's fight quick.
Well, I want to do a giveaway. I don't have a question for it yet, so maybe Dwayne, you can come up with something.
Nice. You didn't even give me a hint that I would have to think about a question. What's up with that?
If I'm holding this up and describing it, they'll give you time to come up with something for them to answer.
Oh my!
Well, I'm going to be giving away. No, I'm not selling it. I'm giving it away. It's a
different show.
Head lamp for you dumpster divers. I will turn off this light to see if I can show how it works a little bit. Perfect. Oh, now you don't want to go while your machine is thinking. It works, trust me. The way it did it, or whatever it doesn't want to go on right now. But the way you saw it working earlier. But
yeah, it does, and it's pretty cool.
what this does, it has a extension. Finger, get out of the way. And then it goes close like that. The wife wants to have it turn it on for you. Nah, shines in my face. Well, there you go. There's the light. And then there's also a flash. Like I said, there's also the extension.
Very cool.
So, with that, and then
Very nice.
this is also a soft headband type of thing, so you don't have to worry about scratching your head or anything like that. So, that's what I'm going to be giving away.
Some scary stories in the dark there. See, I don't know of a question, man. You come up with a question. I suck at coming up with questions.
And this is actually an LED headlamp.
Oh, yeah, very cool.
Oh, and apparently I forgot to tell you that this actually does move too. Like you just
tip it up and down.
So, Mr. Sadie says you just watched it up.
Gift. So, I don't know. For the question, I can't think of a question.
No, we're not auctioning this off.
They're just teasing you. I'm sure they're just teasing. So, let's see.
Oh, wait, think about okay, we're in on my video 228. You joined me on 150. So think of something.
Yeah.
Those 78 videos that they might either forgotten about.
I've forgotten about them. Jeez. Oh my. I don't know. Let me think. Ask your questions. Okay, here we go. Are you ready for the question? You don't care what the question is, right? Here, I'm going to ask you in the chat. Make sure.
Well, I'm not gonna mind. We'll see what you say, and then.
Or, you know.
Okay. Well, that is a catch. Are you going to want to know where it was my birth from, or where I am now?
I don't know where you were before where you are now. That was my question. All right. So the question is.
I'll give you my answer. That way you make sure you get the right answer.
All right. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. So wow, see, they're already started. Anyway, the question for the lamp is, where was Chris born? Not where is he now, but where he was born.
Well, now they're going to try to get really saying what the city I'm in.
Well, I don't know the city, but I know the state. So, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Come on, guys.
Oh,
there it is.
Thrifter got it.
Upstate Thrifter got it. He was born in Connecticut. So, Upstate Thrifter, you won yourself a headlamp.
So Upstate, I think I have you in my PayPal. I think he was one of my winners from my second show with you.
Oh, see, no, Mr. Sadie said hospital. That's pretty good. So
I will get.
All right, so yeah, Upstate Thrifter, get a hold of him.
I think, like I said, I'll check PayPal to make sure if I already have him in my there, and I'll just send it off if I do. I won't guarantee it's gonna be out tomorrow. I had it a couple of times, a while waiting, trying to get my things out for the auctions last couple of times. So.
All right. So,
Okay, well, there's a confusion.
he actually, Angie, he did live in New York, but he was born in Connecticut.
Okay, this is if you go back to my life series and my specific video, I said I was born in Connecticut. I lived on the coast. I lived through up to Northwest Connecticut until I moved there for college when I was 18. Then I went to Massachusetts for a while, and then I moved to New York. And the wife came to New York from Florida, and she was born in Wisconsin.
So now you have the whole family tree.
So now next time we do this, you'll have to remember or come back and watch this video.
All right, there we go. All right.
Oh,
sorry about that.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to talk to Justin after the show about that.
Okay, well, I blocked him, so if you want to unblock him, that's your call.
Yeah, you actually banned him.
Oh, well, whatever. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I just got the wrench. I'm playing. Hey, well, Tanya, how are you?
The funny thing is, Dwayne, Chad has the wrench too. He could have done it. I wouldn't have been upset. Been...
Yeah, but I take care of his light work. Wow, Tanya's here.
Yeah, you know, I always take care of his leg work when he needs it.
Cool. So, what we got to talk about? You gave away your thing. We did an update.
No, yeah, we did just find out. Chad forgot he even had it.
There you go. I got it taken care of for you, Chad. So.
Okay, we got 15 more minutes. So if there's any other questions, you got any potential updates or show changes, like I said, this is going to be the new time. I will even have to get used to watching, doing it on this time. It will not necessarily be a weekly show. It depends on if we have a topic or if we just want to shoot the breeze before they shoot the breeze at 6.
Chad wants to know what your moving plans are.
We don't know anymore. We're trying to look for the right place for weather-wise for the wife to handle. If she can't handle snow, she can't handle the summer heats here. Because this past week we were in the hundreds or higher. I think the highest we were at was 110. So
wow,
she can't handle that, and I can barely handle it. And I'm used to the week. So we were looking at North Carolina area or the Carolinas area. And you suggested looking in Kentucky or South Indiana, so there's not much snow. She also was looking at Oklahoma, and I told her, well, that's probably going to be about the same heat as we get here, if not more. But we'll see. But I just know that we need to move, and she does not want to move west. So I want to move where I can still do the shows, and I can maybe even have more people to do stuff with and thrift with. So, and I was planning on having that in the future. Like I told you, there's things going on that I'm not going to tell everybody else about, but.
My wife said that's hot, and then Kinetic Energy said Heather is pulling the Paris Hilton. It's pretty funny.
Yes, Nathan, you don't need to be a drinker to watch 6-pack. They're the ones that be drinking. You can just learn from the nuggets that they finally throw out when they get too drunk. I'm joking, guys. Before then.
Yeah, Florida says he'll drink, she'll drink for you, Nathan. So there you go. So yeah, so you move to Southern Indiana and you'll go thrifting with Grandma Wrinkles. So CJGZB.
I was looking at Silverhair's comment. There's no way the wife is going to Texas.
Oh boy. One of my favorite sayings too, Heather. That's hot. God lives in Louisiana? God's Cajun? That brings a whole new light to things.
Okay, well, we're not gonna start going there, guys. So
I'll just do the cookbooks. Just send me the cookbooks, and that'll be it.
yeah, she'll do all the hotness from cookbooks for me. Since she knows how to spice.
Yeah, all the spiciness, huh? Yep. Excuse me. So, very cool. Yeah. I'm sure it'll be interesting when you do figure it out where you got to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while, but like I said, by the time we do, I told the wife, if anything, we'll just do everything. Let's go, take the sail, and just move. Not worry about bringing in a truck or anything and bringing in more any of the supplies. We'll start fresh.
Yeah.
But we don't know if it's gonna be 6 months to a year down the road or what's going on. So we'll see.
If you don't have a plan, then you don't even know. So if you have a long-term plan to move and you keep working toward it, it'll happen. So.
Well, the longer it takes for it to happen, though, the more it affects her, and that's what I'm worried about.
Oh, sure. No, I understand.
So.
But right.
Let's see.
Still voting on Alaska. Yep. Any questions in the chat?
Okay, we have a whole 12 more minutes before we have to end. And I know John has his show getting a start. And I'm assuming Dwayne's gonna be jumping ship to go over there.
Yeah, at some point. They can start without me. I can always come in anytime. So. Yeah, it's been actually pretty hot here too. 100 most of the time for the last couple of weeks. The dry heat. I mean, our humidity probably gets to about 30 or 35 is all. But yeah, with that heat, it doesn't matter. It's still miserable. So, yeah, Chad says it's good here.
Yeah, that's still in the realm of possibilities, but it depends on what. Like I said, I'm not gonna do it more of the move for me. It's gonna be more for her health now too. So going for the recourse to chat, it was more my dream. But I can't just have her move and suffer more just for me. So
yeah. So and Todd said he was at normal's 97 today. I don't know what we were today, but it was pretty close to that. Our humidity is 1,341.
99 or over 100 again today.
Yeah, I don't know what we were. I'll have to look.
Well, going on, Grub, we want to know what's going on with the cats. They're still fighting. One is to the point where if he's on the couch and the other one tries to get on to get lovey-dovey with mom, he gets hissed at and growled at and threatened at. And then there are times if we don't pay attention, he will get attacked. Not the one that's doing the growling, but the one that is being growled at. So we've had to, at night, put him in the bathroom just so we can get sleep, so we didn't have to worry about any fights breaking out. The wife did put Shadow up on the one that does the attacking on Facebook for a rehoming. I do no takers yet, which I told her it might be a hard thing to do. We called one of the Humane Society no-kill zones, but because of them attacking each other, since they house over 60 cats already, they don't want to bring in cats that are not getting along themselves into a colony of cats that are getting along.
Sure. And you don't have a low cost or no cost fix the
We
cat?
do, and we had the money set for it for this month, but that's when they really started getting worse. And we don't know what the after effects going to be if we only do one and not both.
Right. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because if we attack the one that's doing the attacking, well, then does that mean the other one's going to attack him?
Yeah.
We don't know how. We don't. Unlike dogs who just keep moving on with their life, cats apparently remember because if they just moved on, they wouldn't be fighting.
Right. Yeah, dogs just fight, and then they're like guys, Dogs are like men, they'll fight, and then they'll be the best of friends 5 minutes later. Cats are like women; they'll fight, and then they'll just like ever, and
Okay,
they're always constantly fighting.
Barb, are you asking about how much for the cat? If so, let me know. I know she's saying how much, but I didn't know if she was talking to somebody else in the chat or if she's talking back to me.
Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, she does say how much.
She said it twice, so let me know, Barb, if you're asking about the cat. If
where she lives in Florida, doesn't she?
I know. Oh, she was asking how much to get the cat fixed. It's not $90 just for one cat. And that's not counting if they're gonna want to all of a sudden have them licensed and all the other blood work, because we haven't brought them to a vet at all since we found them. So this is their 4th year without no vets. So every time somebody else, like Dwayne, you came in the last time we're here, and right before you guys went back up to Denver, you had to come in, and you didn't even see the cats. That's what I'm saying. When somebody else that they don't know is in the house, they're hidden. You don't see them.
Yeah, that's true. The only cats I saw were the cats that were in your yard that weren't yours or something, or that I can't remember. So, well, very cool. I'm glad to have you back. Everybody in the chat's glad to have him back. And if you think you are glad to have him back, give him some thumbs up, because we have 40 people watching and only 11 thumbs up.
Oh,
definitely not enough. Oh, wow. Look at that.
here, Miss Barb, aka Going on Grumpy, has just donated us $10 to fix the other cat. Thank you, Barb.
Very nice.
And I want to reiterate thank you to
Mike
for his $20 donation.
Yeah. So very good. Yep.
Marie
says welcome back.
Now it's the crazy card.
Correct.
Since there are more than one Mike that watch our shows now.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I shouldn't say Mike, because Mike's there might be a dozen Mikes. We don't know. So want to plug the show after this or no?
Oh, I already did, but you can again, because we're going to be starting. They're going to start in 5 minutes.
Minutes or so, a few minutes, I should say. On the Reseller Six Pack Show, we'll be talking about things of. So it'll be kind of what since most everybody on the Reseller Six Pack does YouTube, it's basically what do behind the scenes. So I don't even know where this link is.
On Facebook. It's in the Facebook groups.
Facebook groups, Robin.
Robin, if you're part of the Six Pack Facebook group, they put the link right there, and it's on Cincinnati Pickers channel.
Yeah, it's on Cincinnati Pickers channel this week. So sub to him, or there is also a Facebook group for the Six Pack Show, because it moves. That's why it's kind of hard sometimes. So we made a group for it so people can figure out where it's going. So yeah, it is on John's channel tonight. Saturday nights I do a auction, which was last night. So come and do that. That's a lot of fun. You can ask anybody that's been there. It really is a lot of fun. So, and even, Walking Picker, he's the one that did the first 2 channels, and first 2 auctions, and we got him, he was the guinea pig. So, for the cat, not beer.
trust me, my money does not go to beer that often. The only time I ever drink, and I only drink one, maybe two beers to max because if I buy one get one free, is when I'm playing poker.
Yeah, me too. I don't drink beer either. Just kidding, guys. So there's a plug for those two channels. Do you know if we're going to be here next week? Yeah, I mean, you're planning on it, right?
I'm assuming. I'll split it. I'm assuming so. So far, I don't have a topic yet.
Right, okay, that's what I didn't want to, put words in your mouth, but I figured, yeah. So once in a while.
I didn't drink. That's to say I don't drink that at home that often. I think maybe during the holidays or around my birthday, the wife might get me. So, but I don't drink the same beers either. Like the way how we drink, I drink it when we hang out.
Beer now and then, so all right, I'm we done?
Yeah, I guess we are. Thanks everybody for watching. If you could catch this later, hit the like button, subscribe. Oh, that's another thing. The whole time I had the shows going, I was only at what, 1,560 something subs. I kept telling you how I kept going up and down in that general area. In the time that I haven't had a show, I gained 20 something plus subscribers.
Oh, well, there you go. See?
So maybe I need to take.
Oh no! There you go. There you go. So, all right, guys. Well, have a good one. Sweet.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Catch that other show, and catch the Wayne show on Saturday night. And I will talk to you later. See ya.
See ya.